Have you been trying to learn more about digital marketing but don't know where to start? Are you struggling to figure out what is working and what is not with your digital marketing? Well, the good news is today's video, we're going to walk through A to Z on digital marketing and give you tips from a digital marketer who's helped generate over $20 million for his customers online. Hi guys, it's Kyle here from Social Geeks Digital Agency. In today's episode, what I'm going to be doing is walking you through an A to Z guide on digital marketing. Now, digital marketing is super important for anyone who's looking to build a brand online, launch a startup, or run a business. Your business doesn't need to be online to benefit from digital marketing. Having a website and getting seen online is important to any business trying to find new clients. In this episode, we're going to be talking about how to set your goals for your digital marketing, looking at all the different platforms and dashboards to help you measure and track your results, and a whole bunch more. So what are we waiting for? Let's dive in. Digital marketing is defined as any form of action online that is helping your business be seen. Marketing can be divided into brand awareness, into engagement, into conversions, and also advocacy of your customer base. You want your customers to be advocating for you so that they are your best salespeople. They're giving you great reviews, testimonials, and they're talking about you to their colleagues, to their friends, to their family. Trust me, if you are a business and you are not using word of mouth marketing, you need to be doing this first. This is the most important way that you will get repeat business. When it comes to digital marketing, we take a lot of our theory from traditional marketing. Marketing has been around for a very long time, and it's not something that has just been born overnight since the invention of the internet. Marketing is basically this: setting clear goals for your business and understanding what it is that you do and the value that you give, understanding who your customers are and what values you provide them, what problems do you solve, and what goals are they looking for. Additionally, you want to be doing competitor analysis and understanding who are your direct competitors and who are brands that you want to look to for aspiration and inspiration. And once you understand your customers, what platforms are they spending time on so that you can best reach them? I'm going to walk through 11 to 12 different sections of digital marketing to help you best understand how this all works. So let's start from the very top. With digital marketing, you need to start with your plan. What I recommend is using Strategizer's business model canvas. This is a one-page document that I use with most of my clients to quickly and easily document all of the different aspects of their business that you need to know before you start marketing. The first segment is looking at who are your customers. Define the different groups that you serve. I'm going to use my agency as an example. We serve small business clients, marketing managers, and startups. Those are the three segments that we tend to work with most. So that is a definition of different customer segments that you might serve. Now, the next thing is looking at what are your services that you offer to your customers. So for us, again, we offer marketing consultancy, advertising management on Facebook, Google, and other platforms. And we can also help with web design, UX design, and video creation. So these are just a handful of services that we offer to our customers. But more importantly, we need to understand what values do we give to our customers. It's okay to say, here are the things that we do, but what value is that actually driving for our customers? For startups, it might be that they don't understand digital marketing or they don't understand how to put together a marketing plan. So offering a consultancy-based service, basically we can help hold their hand, guide them through the marketing process, and explain to them how this all works. If it's small businesses or marketing managers, perhaps they're trying to do everything in-house. They're doing all their marketing, social media management, email marketing, everything. And they're looking for somebody to just help them take some of the work off their plate. They're time poor, they're stressed out, and they're spread too thin. So that would be a problem that they're experiencing. And one of the values that we can provide them is by helping them save time in a cost-effective way and being able to outsource their advertising to an agency that has done this 100 times over and help them get stable results to grow their business. So you want to, with this one-page document, outline your customers, your services, and the values and problems that you can solve with your services. In addition to that, when you know your customer personas, you can then look at what channels are they spending time on. If you're targeting older demographics, chances are they're probably not going to be using things like TikTok or Reddit. They're probably just going to be using Google and Facebook as an example. The different types of segments that you're targeting will dictate using different platforms, different social media channels to be able to reach your audience. And then lastly, you want to be looking at how are you servicing your customers. What I mean by this is, do you speak to your customers over the phone? Do you book in video calls? Do you do a lot of email marketing and email communication? Then you want to be looking at how do you nurture your customers once they come through the door. Email marketing is massive for digital marketing, and we're going to talk about that later. So with this business model canvas from Strategizer, you can map out all the key pieces in your business to better understand your services your customers and the value you give your customers to your service. Additionally, you're going to understand what platforms you want to reach them and what communication methods you're going to be using to speak to them. The reason we start here is that this is essentially your business plan on one page that you can share with other people, like a marketing consultant or anyone who is going to be coming into the business to help you work. So having a clear business plan is essential for anyone who is trying to grow their business or create a startup or anything along those lines. You might have heard of the 4 Ps of marketing, which is price, placement, promotion, and product. Now, the 4 Ps of marketing are important to do for your own business, but also, more importantly, if you're just getting started, your competitors. What are their 4 Ps? If you look at your competitors early on, you'll be able to see how they're advertising their services, what services and packages they're selling, how they're pricing their products, which is super important, and where are the places that they're promoting this most. Competitor analysis in digital marketing is something you should be doing at least once a quarter, taking a snapshot of your 2 to 3 top competitors and other brands that might be your aspirational brands. If you like Apple or you like Tesla, some of these big brands that are probably not your direct competitors, you can still use these for inspiration. What are they doing? How are they promoting themselves? What type of content are they putting out there? So having some competitors and some aspirational brands that you look at on a regular basis is a great part of your digital marketing strategy. When you're doing your competitor analysis, I highly recommend checking out their website, their social media, and you can use a tool called SpyFu. I'll put the link below. SpyFu to look up their website and see what are they doing with their advertising. What keywords are they popping up for? And you can go to Facebook Ads Library, type in their brand and see the ads that they're running on Facebook and Instagram. This is a great one whenever you're doing advertising or you're running a promotional campaign because you want to see how your competitors are advertising their business. And then lastly, have a look at your competitors' Google reviews page and any other reviews channels that they might have. The reason for this is you're going to see what their customers are saying about them and what are the values that the customers are getting from their services. You'll be able to see whether it was a personal service, they explained things straightforward in an easy manner, they were very approachable, they got things going quickly. What are the things that people are saying in the Google reviews that stand out to you? Doing good competitor analysis will save you loads of time and also give you great ideas on how you can market your business in your digital marketing. Once you've clarified your business plan and your goals, you've walked through your competitor analysis and you've started to see what's working and what's not, how they price things, the next thing I'd recommend is really honing in on your own service or product. Now that you've done all this research, you should know whether you're priced competitively, what your unique selling points are, and define a really clear offer. In this step, you want to define a few clear offers that make you stand out from the rest. Again, using our business as an example, we're a digital marketing agency in Australia that cares about small business and the environment. We are carbon neutral. We try to make sure that everything we do is focused on the social good for our clients and our community, and we're a small business ourselves. I work here from the Sunshine Coast in my home office, and I do that because I want to reduce my carbon footprint. I want to keep my costs as low as I possibly can so that I'm able to charge competitively for my clients. Additionally, I provide a very personal service. I like to speak to my clients. I like to give them advice that's outside of scope of the work that they've hired me for, because I want to show them that I want to go above and beyond for their business and help them thrive, help them grow. Now, once you've really thought about what makes you unique, you want to craft your offer. What is something that you're going to now put out there in a promotional way? It's really good to craft one really strong offer that helps you get customers through the door or gets them to book in a call or gets them to take that next step with you that you can use in your marketing campaign. Now, again, a great way to do this is to look at Strategizer's value proposition canvas, because what you'll be able to do is take your customer segments, take your products, and start trying to find the value that you can provide best to your customers. In this exercise, you'll look at your customer over here. So I'll use small business customers as an example, and you'll start mapping out their gains and their pains. And then what jobs are they trying to do? Again, some examples would be for pains that they're time poor, they're not sure if they know what they're doing with their digital marketing, they're unclear on what is actually making the biggest difference in their business, and they're really feeling imposter syndrome. They don't know if they're doing a good job. Now, for the gains, they're looking to get back some of their time. They're looking to grow their revenue, to increase their profitability, and to reduce the feelings of anxiety. Those would all be good gains, I think. And then for their jobs, they're trying to hire somebody to help with their marketing. They're trying to get somebody to audit their marketing channels. They're trying to get somebody to help in managing their advertising. Those would be jobs that they're looking to tick off their list. Now, if we're looking over here at our services, so as an agency, Google Ads is probably one of my biggest services because it's something that a lot of businesses do. So I'm going to say with Google Ads, this is where I'm going to focus on. So with this service, we're competitively priced, We can get things started in a week or two. We offer free audits, and we check accounts every 24 to 72 hours, making sure that things are running smoothly, that we're adding new keywords and search terms, that we're removing ones that aren't working, and we're running tests if we're seeing results needing improvement. So how do we map those two together? With this service, we could say that some of the ways we reduce those pain points is that we can help give small business owners some time back. By taking on their digital marketing for Google Ads specifically, we can at least take this one thing off their plate so that they can focus on other things in the business. In terms of matching their jobs, I can offer a free audit where I walk through their account on video with them to show them ways that I think they could save money, they could get better results, and they could improve the performance of their Google Ads. In terms of the gains, I can help them by testing over 30 days to improve their ROI on their account, which means that they're going to increase their revenue and decrease their costs, overall making their business more profitable through their Google Ads. So these are different ways that we can map my services with my customer personas. Now, how do we craft an offer out of that? If we can craft an offer that helps people get started with our agency, it could be as simple as offering a free Google Ads audit. It could be as simple as offering a discount on the first month's worth of services to show that we can do a good job. It could be offering packages where we offer more value in. It could be a free checklist on how to check your Google Ads and get the performance working better. So we want to list down all of the ways that we think we could offer value to our customers and people who are interested in Google Ads that are small business clients. So let's say it's a free audit and it's a limited time discount on services if you sign up before a certain date. Those are offers that we have thought are good offers to go with. What's next? Now that we've gone through all these steps for your digital marketing, we've done the theory. We've gone through how to clarify your business goals, how to get a business plan down on paper, how to do competitor analysis, and how to look at your services and products to map that to your customer personas. This is the hard part. This is Digital Strategy 101. Now that we've defined the channels that we want to target people with, we want to do a brand audit. We want to be looking at our own brand and understanding how we're performing. The first thing that I recommend doing is looking at your website. Your website is going to be the foundation piece of all of your digital marketing. This is generally where you're going to be sending all of your traffic from other sources, and you're going to be trying to convert them into an offer, try to convert them into becoming a lead or an actual paying customer. Your website is the base of your funnel, and this is where the magic happens. So it's very important that you go through this. The key things that you look at for a website audit is, does it load quickly? Does it work well on mobile? Is it encrypted? And does your content speak to your audience? Or are you just talking about yourself? You want to be looking at this through a customer perspective. So these are the key things that we would look at. Additionally, I like to do customer journey audits where you walk through as if you're a customer and trying to use your website in order to take the action you want your customers to take. You want to be making sure that people can actually purchase from your website if you're selling products, as well as convert into a lead or into an inquiry, whatever it is that you're trying to get your audience to do from your website. Now, while you're doing your website audit and looking at it from your customer's perspective, you also want to be doing what's called keyword research. This is to help you with your SEO. Now, there are a whole bunch of free tools out there to do SEO checks on your website. I use a paid tool called Ahrefs. There's also SEMrush, and there's SEO Optimer, which I don't know how to say, but that's another great tool for auditing your website. To sum up a website audit, you want to make sure that it loads quickly and it works well for mobile. Those are going to be some of the two best things you can do. And the way to do this is to make sure that any images or videos you've uploaded to your website are compressed and suitable for a web format. JPEG is probably the best format for your images, and video, you should probably embed that from YouTube or Vimeo, another platform that's made for video playing. The key things that you're wanting to do with your website is to make sure that with the offers we talked about, with the services that we talked about, with the customer personas that we talked about, that you're talking to your audience and you're giving them value straight off the bat. As soon as they land on your homepage, do you have an offer there that's easy for them to get started? In exchange for their email address, they can download this guide. In exchange for their email address, they can book in a free consultation with you. That type of thing is really important on your homepage because that is your cover letter of your CV. That is the first thing people will see and often the most popular page on your website. Digital marketing is really all about nurturing and getting people to go through a process. When we look at a traditional marketing funnel, it's not all about sales. It's not all about conversion. This is the bottom of your marketing funnel. It starts a lot broader. At the top, it's all about how do you get people aware of your brand? You're growing your brand awareness. And often the way that you grow your brand awareness is by answering common questions that people have and talking about problems that people are facing. Again, for digital marketing, it might be that people are struggling to figure out what is working in 2023. They might be looking for clarification on how to measure their results better. They might be looking at different ways to optimize their marketing to make it more effective and increase their ROI. If these are challenges and problems that they're facing, your content in your marketing funnel should be speaking to this. And we're going to touch on that a bit later. So with your website, focus on a fast-loading website by compressing your images and videos, making it work on mobile the best that you can, and really focusing on that customer experience, that customer journey. Is it easy for people to sign up to offers and to become a customer of yours? SEO needs its own video and needs to go into a lot of depth. But the key thing about SEO is knowing what people are searching on Google and other search engines to find websites like yours. So I recommend using tools like SEMrush, Ahrefs, or Ubersuggest to get started. And Google actually offer a free tool as well with their Google Ads Keyword Planner. You don't need to advertise with them to use this. You just need to create a free Google Ads account and go into their keyword planner, put in your website URL, and it will spit out all of the keywords in relation to your business. You can even put in keywords like your services and products to see what are the average search volumes each month on Google. That's a really cool and very powerful way to do your keyword research. What you're looking for with SEO is trying to make sure that you know what people are searching to find you and your competitors, and you have those keywords, those search terms in your website content. A great way to do this is to focus on your most popular pages, put this in your page headers, put this into your page description, put this into your header tags across your website, and have things like FAQs on your website. Have a blog where you're writing articles about these keywords. You're trying to feed the Google algorithm with constant content from your website so that you're getting more visibility on Google and other search engines. And last but not least, you can actually submit what's called your sitemap to Google, Bing, and other search engines. Basically just saying, here are all the pages on my website that I'd like you to index. But again, SEO is a very dark art, and we can cover that off in other videos. The basics are know what people are searching and try to have that content on your website. The next chapter in our digital marketing guide is going to be all about content marketing. We've now looked at your website and we've gone through how important your website is because you're going to be sending all of your traffic there and you're trying to convert people. But how do you convert people? Well, we talked about your offers and mapping that up to your customers. But what you need to do now is look at your content and how are you marketing your services in ways that's valuable to your audience. An easy way to do this is to look back at the offers we talked about and seeing how can you create some content that you can then market to your audience. A great one for this is looking at your processes internally. For me, with Google Ads, we have set processes that we use for every 24 to 72 hours of checking our clients' accounts. Then every week, a process that we go through in terms of checking how things are performing and making optimizations there. Again, every month, we have a process that we go through. So with this, we can create a Google Ads checklist that we give away to small businesses as a lead magnet to give them value. This is a piece of content that we can marketing, aka content marketing, that we can give away in videos, in blogs, in email marketing, you name it. Anything that we are putting out there to the world, we can use this content to draw people in. If you want this, download it here, and they'll do that in exchange for their email address. So content marketing is great. And some of the amazing tools that we can use nowadays is like Canva. Canva is revolutionary for digital marketing. It just makes your life so much easier. You can choose through thousands of templates to create content that will speak to your audience. The hard part is for you to actually create the value. So that's where I recommend looking at the offers we talked about earlier and then using that to create a few pieces of content that you can try out. So what we're looking for is a checklist, a free guide, a giveaway, a download, something that you can give to your customers in exchange for value. You're starting that conversation. You're trying to draw them in and give them this content. We'll talk about the power of video next, but content will help you in having a clear call to action. If you liked this, go do this next. This is the call to action in your video or in your blog or in your social media posts that you're trying to get your users to now take. The great thing about living in 2023 is that you can use Canva and you can use ChatGBT or other AI tools to help you create this content so much faster. It really is just having the idea, going into ChatGBT, give me 5 great ideas for my industry type for content marketing, and it'll spit it out. Now develop this one, and you can go through that until you have your content. Go into Canva, find a good PDF template, and start putting that content in. It really is getting that simple these days. So there's no reason that you shouldn't be able to create 2 to 3 pieces of content that you can use as lead magnets. The next area we're going to focus on, now that you've got a few lead magnets, we want to look at how do we draw people in. We've looked at your website and we've said we need to have forms on there, but what happens if somebody fills out that form? This is where email marketing can come in. Email marketing is great because there's so many free tools, things like MailChimp or MailerLite or Klaviyo. With email marketing, it doesn't have to be you creating newsletters every week. You can set up automation series or flows that will help you in making your marketing work. So what you want to do from here is look at what automation do you have for your offer. I'd recommend taking those few lead magnets that you've created and set up a flow for each of those. They can all point to the same thing. So you have one separate email for each of those, but then it points to the same series. And in this email automation, you want to nurture these new leads through a sales process. In the sales process, you're trying to get them to take that next step with your business. Using an example, for us, we might create a Google Ads checklist. We might create a Google Ads cheat sheet. We might create a Google Ads optimization guide. And these would be 3 different pieces of content. In MailChimp or MailerLite, whatever tool you're using, we could create a landing page for each of these or a form that gets triggered and then sends that person an email automatically with that PDF for them to download. So it could be like, thank you so much for your interest in downloading this guide. Here you go. A day later, we want to send them a follow-up email. So that might be, hey there, thank you so much for downloading this. Just wanted to check in and see how you're going with the Google Ads guide. Did you get any value from this? Did you know that we run a podcast where we talk about tips every week and you can subscribe on YouTube? So you're trying to get them to take that next step. And lastly, you might say that we offer free consultations that you can book now to talk about your business marketing and see where we can help you grow. So you're trying to use this as a nurture series. And in that, you might have, after that email, what you might do is have 48 hours later, send them a blog article or a video that was really helpful or some content that you put out there that might speak to that topic that you've started with. So it might be an ultimate guide to setting up your own Google Ads, a video on that. 48 hours later, you might follow up again with another bit of content. So you could automate this flow in your email marketing tool to make sure that every time somebody downloads this, that they go through this nurturing series. Email marketing can be incredibly powerful because you can set up flows for nurture series where you're trying to get people to take that first step with you to start down the sales journey, or it could be for new customers and you're trying to welcome them aboard, sending them a series of emails explaining your story and then telling them about your brand, explaining why they made the right choice, asking for Google reviews, or sending them follow-up instructions on how to use your product or service more effectively. Email marketing is one of the most powerful tools in your digital marketing toolkit. For every dollar you spend on email marketing, studies show that you could earn $34 to $42 back. That is a staggering ROI. And I say to all clients that email marketing should be 30 to 50% of your efforts for your digital marketing because it is that powerful. Think about it this way. How many times do you check your emails every day? The average person will check their emails 5 times per day. And unlike social media marketing, with emails, you're always seeing that content, unless they filtered you out or you're in the spam folder, which would be very unfortunate. But most likely they are seeing your email, and open rates for email still remain fairly good. 25 to 30% would be what is average nowadays. So that might sound terrible, but that's really good when you look at click rates on social media being like 1 to 2%. So email marketing can be still very powerful. Once you've gone through your content marketing, you've then set up your email marketing flows. The next thing I would be looking at before you start advertising or anything else is looking at video marketing. Video marketing is becoming the most powerful and most important channel in digital marketing because every social media platform has moved to video. TikTok really pushed everyone down this path. YouTube is the second most popular search engine in the world, and they have 3 billion monthly active users. YouTube is a behemoth, and Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, they're all going video first. It really is important to be doing video. With video marketing, I think the best thing you can do is just get into it. You don't need to feel like it needs to be super highly produced. What you're looking for is just consistency. A great place to start would be to film yourself in the day-to-day processes that you're already doing. If you're packing orders, just set up a time lapse and start recording it. If you're a service-based person, film yourself at your desk and do a time lapse of you working. Then I would recommend getting a ring light, use your camera and get a good microphone like this guy here. And what you're trying to do is start recording explainer videos about your services, or start doing FAQs about common questions that you get asked from your customers. Start putting those out there on YouTube, on Facebook, and other platforms. The point of this is you're trying to create a content bank of videos that you can start using in different ways. What I would be focusing on in this video would be the offers that you put together before. So we talked about an offer, let's say Google Ads. and you've put together some lead magnets, some content marketing downloads that you can offer as lead magnets. You've set up the flows in your email marketing. So why not create a couple of videos where you're talking about this service, the problems, and have a call to action to those lead magnets as well. You can go here on our website or click the link in the bio to be able to download this guide. And then in your video, you're telling people the next step that you want them to take is to go and download this guide. And you know that your email marketing will kick in and it's going to nurture them through a series towards the action that you want them to take. This would be the digital marketing guide that I would recommend for any business. Focus on your key offers, create that content marketing, set up your email marketing series and flows, and then create video content that will help promote that. If you're new to video marketing, I have a whole video talking about how to set yourself up for video marketing. It doesn't need to be too flash, guys. I'm doing this at home with my phone's camera, a couple of ring lights, and a cheap USB microphone. It doesn't need to be too fancy. Just basically get comfortable talking to a camera. You can say the same thing over and over again until you feel like you've gotten it right. And then you can edit this with editing software. The tool that I use and love, I'll link it below, is called Descript. If you can edit a Word document, you can edit a video. It is that simple. Learning new tools can be complicated, but with this tool, it does really take a lot of the work out of it and makes it so much easier to get started with your video. Once you've gone through all of the stuff we've talked about today, I think the next thing that you want to focus on is your social media marketing. If you've got video, you can definitely cut this up and use it across all channels. What I recommend is creating longer form videos that you can publish to YouTube. You can even publish these to Facebook these days. Using Descript, the tool to edit your videos, you can cut up the important segments that might be good for shorter clips, and you can use those again on YouTube, but for shorter clips. You might be talking about the benefits of video marketing or how to set up email marketing. For example, with this video, I could cut up every single section that I'm talking about and release that as a separate YouTube video if I wanted. Then from there, I can chop up even shorter clips, 1 to 3 minute long clips that I could use as reels, as TikTok videos, as YouTube shorts, and use that to get that out there. On top of that, I can then take all those subjects and I can create carousels and images and quotes that I could use as posts and images and use it on Pinterest or use it on Instagram, use it on Facebook. And what I recommend with your social media marketing is try to batch your work. Try to get it as far in advance as you can. I use a great tool called buffer.com, and Buffer allows you to schedule your posts out and publish content to multiple different platforms. This can be a super handy way for new businesses to get started because you can then just sit down one day a month or one day a week and really batch out your content and try to get that all going. Use Canva, use these videos, use all the tools that we've talked about already to design your content and edit your videos, and then you can schedule that all through Buffer. If you're struggling with social media marketing, it is a challenging part of digital marketing, but a great way to keep consistency is to create what we call content pillars. Going all the way back to the beginning of this video, we talked about the values you can provide to your customers and your key services. We talked about your customer personas and which groups and segments they are. So what you should be able to do is look at that and go, what are common points that I'll always want to talk about? For us, it's digital marketing. That is a topic that I'm always going to want to talk about because it's never going away and it's services that we do. I might talk about Google ads, Facebook ads, and industry news. I might talk about small business tips and ways that you can effectively run your business marketing. You're looking at content pillars that are always going to be there that you're going to refer back to. Then make that the topics that you focus on. Some of our clients will do Monday this topic, Tuesday this topic, Wednesday this topic, just to give them a bit more consistency and see how they can schedule that out. And when you create videos like this, you can start banking your content to go, okay, great. For the next 3 weeks, I need content from Mondays. What could those bits of content be? And you can start picking those from those videos and putting those in and scheduling them through Buffer. Remember that you want your social media to be fun, engaging, educational, and have clear call to actions. What is the next step? And try to get them to take that call to action by going to your offers, those lead magnets, and downloading them so that it can start going through your nurture series. Now, if you're doing social media posts and you're getting that underway, the next thing you might be thinking about is how to do digital advertising. I find that a lot of people jump the gun and start with digital advertising when they haven't even touched even half of the things that we just talked about. They'll have a website that doesn't convert, that's loading slowly and doesn't work on mobile. They haven't posted on social media in months. They don't have a very clear offer. They don't understand what value they bring to their customers. So of course, their advertising isn't going to work. It really does need to be the last thing that you do once you've taken care of all of these other areas. This is super important, guys, and I cannot stress this enough. If you don't focus on those other areas first, your advertising will not work. It is just that simple. Your advertising needs to be the icing on the cake. It will help you grow when you've made sure that you don't have a leaky bucket. You need to make sure that if you're going to pour a whole bunch of water in and you're paying for that water, It's not just going to spill out all of the holes. So digital advertising can work great, but it really pays to make sure that you've got a very clear offer. You know who your customers are. Your website works great. You've got posts on social media. You've created some great offers, and you know that people are converting when they go to your website. So with digital advertising, the two big behemoths in the industry are definitely Google and Facebook. With Google, you've got access to millions of websites through their display network. You've got access to millions of apps, mobile apps that you can advertise on, as well as Google Search, YouTube, and Gmail. You can target all of those things with Google Ads. So I think Google Ads is a great starting point. Google is great because it shows a lot of intent through Google Search that people are actively looking for you. What I'd recommend doing is setting up a Google Ads account, creating a few ad groups of different keywords that relate to your services, and running a few different ads that talk about your offers. Send them to your pages that you know convert best, or send them to your landing pages that are more clearly focused on the offers that we talked about before. Now, I generally look to test this for 30 days on a smaller budget, say $20 a day, so that you're not going crazy and spending way too much money and getting no results. Once you've got good results, that's when you can start looking to spend more. Now, there's a testing process I can go through with you guys in a future video. If you would like to know more about that, please comment below so that I know that you're interested, and we can always do a video that explains that testing process. I did release a recent case study talking about how we made $500,000 in Meta ads for a client in less than 3 months. And I walked through that process in that video as well. So definitely go check that out. For advertising, it's really important that you do that testing process. Test your audiences. So split test different audiences that you think might work for you. Test different offers and see what works best. And then test different creative to see, does this video, does that video, does this image, does this carousel, what works best to capture people's attention. You can even do placement testing to see, does Instagram work better than Facebook? Do stories work better than newsfeed? Does desktop work better than mobile? You can really go a lot more niche in these platforms to see what works best for your brand. This is getting into the advanced mode though, and I think that advertising can be pretty simple. If you look at it this way, you want to segment your advertising into 3 sections. Top of funnel, where you're focusing on brand awareness and getting new customers aware of what you do. You're trying to then get them to engage with your brand. So you might try different videos here from all the video content that you put together, and you're trying to get them as a call to action to go and download your lead magnet. If they don't do that, they watch your video, they like it, they comment, they share, the next one is more engagement and sales focused. This campaign is focusing on how can you send them as traffic to your website. So this might be talking about the Google Ads checklist or something a little bit more focused and saying, go download this now, we've made it just for you. Now, if they click on that, they go to your website, but they don't download it, they don't take a conversion action, the last campaign I recommend setting up is retargeting. These are those annoying ads that follow you all around the internet, that if you click on something, you go to their website, you see that product all over the show. This is a very effective way of advertising, generally converts the highest, but you have a very small sample size. These are only people who have gone to your website and haven't converted. So those are the 3 levels of campaigns I'd recommend setting up for Facebook ads, Google ads to help you in your digital advertising. We've nearly reached the end here, guys. I hope that this has been valuable for you in outlining how digital marketing works. The last thing, but most important thing, is your analytics. Making sure that you're tracking everything is super important. So I recommend using tools like Google Analytics, your Facebook Pixel, and even things like Hotjar straight away. Get this installed on your website and make sure that you are tracking things and that you're seeing data come through. I'm going to create another video that talks about how to measure digital marketing and looking at your results a lot more, breaking down a lot of the common terms that you might hear in digital marketing. But essentially, you're trying to look for what are your click-through rates like? What's your cost per click? How long are people spending on your page? How many pages per session? And then things like what actions, what events are they taking on your website? Are you seeing a lot of downloads? Are you seeing a lot of purchases? Are you seeing a lot of add to carts, but not a lot of purchases? You want to be looking at your conversion rates, not just for how many people are buying your product or signing up for your service, but how many people are downloading your lead forms. How many people are filling out your contact us forms or downloading your lead magnets or are adding things to the shopping cart. Everything is trackable on digital marketing, and your Google Analytics will really help you with this. On top of that, you'll be able to see where people are coming from. You'll be able to see who your demographics are as well. Again, I'll do a full video on Google Analytics to walk you through that stuff, but I definitely recommend using those tools to the best of your abilities. What you want to be knowing is where are people coming from when they visit your website and what's giving you the best bang for your buck in terms of conversions, downloads, leads, and all of that. That about does it for today's video. If you enjoyed this, what I would love you to do is express your interest in a digital marketing masterclass. What I'm looking to do is putting this all together in a walkthrough, step-by-step guide for anyone who's interested in really accelerating their business. Right now, I'm just looking for people to show that they would be interested in this so that I can keep you up to date with how it's developing. What you can do just to help me out is click on the link below, fill out the form, and that's about it, guys. I just want to see, is this helpful, and would this be something that you'd like me to develop into a mastermind, a workshop, or a course? So thanks so much, guys, for watching. This is another episode of Social Geeks Digital Marketing's podcast. My name is Kyle, and until the next episode, I wish you guys all the best with your marketing. Take care.